The U.S. budget gap is shrinking. It's down 38% through July, all that amid higher taxes and lower government spending. Why Scottie Hughes says proof we need to keep up with those spending cuts. Why Rick Unger says maybe it's proof that those higher taxes work. All right, so Scottie, what you're saying is it's not both. It's the spending cuts that has done this, not all that new tax revenue coming in.
Completely. The sequestration came and it went, and guess what? We still have puppy dogs and we still have rainbows and lollipops, which is what
really?
Well, it's in some worlds.
Because they wanted to phase that out.
Well, they did want to phase out, but you know what? The conservatives won, and we still have happiness in the United States. Our military seemed to be the only ones that suffered honestly under the sequestration with their force taking off time. That being said, to Rick's point, it's completely wrong. This just shows we need more cuts. And maybe we need some more sequestration to have a better economy.
What do you think of that? More cuts?
Well, first can I say, based on all this good news we just got, nah, because that's how I'm feeling. We've been saying
why would you term, deficits in the 600, 700 billion neck of the woods
because
good news? When you and I can both remember, you mentioned that, you would have killed yourself.
But we're dinosaurs. So we remember it back in the 60s.
But we've gotten so used to crappy news, $1 trillion deficits, that we look at this as heaven.
But look at the percentage of cuts. They're huge. This is a major reduction.
And what do you credit them to? What do you credit them to?
I think you have a variety of things. One, beyond the president, the economy is returning. So you see higher tax revenues coming in when the economy returns. Higher taxes on exceedingly wealthy people, yes, it's playing a role.
But do you think isn't your argument it's a short-lived role? That yes, when you hit them up immediately with higher taxes.
It appear to be short-lived.
Well, no, but a lot of that money could wander. We're getting reports of a lot of that money that wants out.
That's it. And I think this just shows the amount of padding that we put into our federal budget into every single department within the government. So good. We cut some. Let's keep cutting. It
Would you advocate for both, though? There's some who say maybe a little bit.
We're not disagreeing with cutting.
Well, no, you definitely did cut, and we need to make sure that you also give some breaks
Just leave the tax hikes alone.
The cut should be a little smarter than the sequester thing, which was ridiculous. I have no problem with cutting into the budget intelligently.
But do you have any problem with your party loath to address entitlements?
No, in fact, they're not loath to address them. In fact, the president's been talking about addressing them since his first attempt.
Yeah, well, I can talk about losing weight, but unless you don't diet, you don't, right?
Yeah, but you just want, all he's ever said is we will take these issues on. And
but they don't. And by the way, Republicans aren't much better. I mean, they pillory, Paul Ryan for even looking at scaling back Medicare.
You're saying they don't based on history of where they pass it and they don't
where both parties.
Which is fair.
But you think they should?
I think they should, coupled with continuing some little bit higher taxes for the 1%.
How much higher?
I don't know. I mean,
40% isn't enough for you.
Well, it's not 40%.
39.6.
And do you know anybody who you don't pay that rate?
Do you think that rate should be higher?
I think it should be. It's not about race.
Yes or no? Should the rate be higher?
No, I think the net result should be higher.
Okay.
Not the rate.
Here's what we're missing is I think we're kind of in this false sense of security right now because what we're missing is Obamacare is going to hit come January. That right there could possibly crush our economy and small business because they're going to be hit with all these taxes they can't afford.
Does it bother you as a conservative, though? So far, none of that seems to be happening. It might.
And you want to know why?
But no, right now it's not because Obamacare has not been fully implemented.
You know what,
That's the
do you know what percentage of small businesses are actually touched by Obamacare?
Well, besides one President Obama exempts, because those continue to grow.
So what a shock it's not doing anything.
Will you be shocked that they're not providing health care?
What's that?
Are you shocked they're not providing health care in this environment?
Well, they haven't been providing it up until now if they're not providing it now. But what people out there don't know, and small businesses do need to know it, is that there are tax credits there for you. Ask your accountant.
And that's
so they're bitching about nothing.
They don't even know that.
So these guys who run businesses are just making it up.
They don't know. It's not about making it up. It's about not knowing what's in the law and not knowing what's available to them.
That's why the majority of businesses right now are cutting full-time employees to half-time employees. Yes, they are. That's a statistic. Yes, they are.
We had the biggest surge of part-time workers.
The biggest surge of overall employment.
Three-quarters of overall job growth has been part-time.
But only 0.2% of them are people who wish that they could get full-time.
Rick, you're a lawyer, right?
Most of it is, well, you're not going to hold that.
Case closed. Right, Neil wins.
All right.
Neil always wins.
Neil always wins.
You guys were both great. Seriously, both great.